Sports Network. Our game hasn't started yet. Remember, you can follow us on Instagram for our complete broadcast schedule and more. This broadcast will begin in just a few minutes. This is the MyTown Sports Network. Our game hasn't started yet. Remember, you can find our coverage on your smart TV with our Roku and Apple TV apps. We'll begin our broadcast in just a few moments. Please stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in to the MyTown Sports Network. The game you're tuning in for isn't quite ready yet. Remember, you can follow other games with the MyTown TV smartphone app. Download it today. Our broadcast will begin shortly. Thank you for tuning in to the MyTown Sports Network. Our game hasn't started yet. Remember, you can follow us on Instagram for our complete broadcast schedule and more. This broadcast will begin in just a few minutes. This is the MyTown Sports Network. Our game hasn't started yet. Remember, you can find our coverage on your smart TV with our Roku and Apple TV apps. We'll begin our broadcast in just a few moments. Please stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in to the MyTown Sports Network. The game you're tuning in for isn't quite ready yet. Remember, you can follow other games with the MyTown TV smartphone app. Download it today. Our broadcast will begin shortly. Thank you for tuning in to the MyTown Sports Network. Our game hasn't started yet. Remember, you can follow us on Instagram for our complete broadcast schedule and more. This broadcast will begin in just a few minutes. This is the MyTown Sports Network. Our game hasn't started yet. Remember, you can find our coverage on your smart TV with our Roku and Apple TV apps. We'll begin our broadcast in just a few moments. Please stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in to the MyTown Sports Network. The game you're tuning in for isn't quite ready yet. Remember, you can follow other games with the MyTown TV smartphone app. Download it today. Our broadcast will begin shortly. Thank you for tuning in to the MyTown Sports Network. Our game hasn't started yet. Remember, you can follow us on Instagram for our complete broadcast schedule and more. This broadcast will begin in just a few minutes. This is the MyTown Sports Network. Our game hasn't started yet. Remember, you can find our coverage on your smart TV with our Roku and Apple TV apps. We'll begin our broadcast in just a few moments. Please stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in to the MyTown Sports Network. The game you're tuning in for isn't quite ready yet. Remember, you can follow other games with the MyTown TV smartphone app. Download it today. Our broadcast will begin shortly. Thank you for tuning in to the MyTown Sports Network. Our game hasn't started yet. Remember, you can follow us on Instagram for our complete broadcast schedule and more. This broadcast will begin in just a few minutes. This is the MyTown Sports Network. Our game hasn't started yet. Remember, you can find our coverage on your smart TV with our Roku and Apple TV apps. We'll begin our broadcast in just a few moments. Please stay tuned.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to MyTown TV's coverage of Spring Valley Baseball, fueled by Clark's Pump and Shop and brought to you by Big Sandy Superstores. I'm Nathan River, and you are looking at the closest thing to heaven on earth, and that is a baseball field. We wish you were here with us, but since you're not, we're glad you're tuning in. Tonight we have two schools going at it that are inter-district rivals and only about 17 miles apart, where Wayne High School Pioneers will take on the Spring Valley Timberwolves. The Pioneers come into this game winless on the season at 0-5, losing on Monday to Sissonville by a score of 6-1. Jackson Hodge, with that lone RBI, scoring Jacob Thompson, who reached on an error. The Timberwolves, on the other hand, are undefeated on the season, defeating both Parkersburg South on Saturday by a score of 5-0, and rival Huntington High in a close one on Monday by a score of 6-5. Spring Valley had a big 5-run fifth inning and added a much-needed insurance run in the sixth to push them up by the final score of 6-5. Caden Lovejoy had the big day at the plate, going 2 for 3 while reaching on an error and scoring twice. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will talk more about the Pioneers. I'm Nathan River, and you are watching MyTown TV.
Whoa, hey, fellas. You know the routine.
My bad. We got you.
Tom?
Now entering Clark's, number 24 from Georgetown, Kentucky, Malachi Marino. Make some noise for number 22, Brayden Hawthorne. You know him. You can't guard him. From Woodford County, number 2, Jasper Johnson.
Return. Fresh. Fuel. Clark's.
Ashland Credit Union is proud to offer 10 $1,000 scholarships to empower students taking the next steps on their journey. See website for more details or email scholarships@ashlandcu.org for more information.
Your family deserves nothing but the best.
The sky's the limit. Drew and Jonathan's Modular One sofas and sectionals at Big Sandy. They're fully customizable, oh so comfortable, and affordable. Modular One can be designed precisely to your liking, with multiple available pieces to choose from in 7 great colors, starting at $4.99. Pick what you need, combine, adjust, that's it. Your room, your way.
Shop Drew and Jonathan home at Big Sandy Superstore.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for 2.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on Pick 6, my mouth going yap, yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap, flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
I was tired, wasn't getting very good sleep. I was dragging. I think deep down I knew something was wrong. Felt quite a bit of pain in my chest. Next thing you knew, I was doing a heart cath. I absolutely felt better immediately. Right back to work Monday morning with no kind of complications whatsoever. I know a lot about heating and air conditioning, but you guys are the ones that know about hearts.
Inspired Heart Care at UK King's Daughters.
Thinking about what's next after high school? Ashland Community and Technical College offers medical assisting, business administration, computer-aided drafting and design, college transfer, and more. Learn more at ashland.kctcs.edu.
Welcome back to MyTown TV's coverage of Spring Valley Timberwolves baseball, fueled by Clark's Pump and Shop and brought to you by Big Sandy Superstores. The Pioneers' slow start can be accredited to their struggling bats. They have only one player hitting over 300, and that is Gabe Hammond. He is 3 for 9 with 2 RBIs. Riley Hammond is hitting .273 with 2 RBIs, and Avery Nicely is hitting .231. Power seems to be lacking so far early this season as well, as the team as a whole has a slugging percentage of .183. On the defensive side, errors have been a killer for the Pioneers, committing 11 in the first 5 games, as well as walking 26 and hitting 8 batters. If you count it up, that is 45 free base runners this season in 5 games. They have, however, struck out 42 hitters in their 26.1 innings, averaging 11 strikeouts per 7. So that is where Wayne sits. We'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll talk about Spring Valley. You're watching MyTown TV.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
I'm David Salisbury, your current District 1 County Commissioner, and I ask for your support in the May 19th primary. Our physical court has driven economic growth through tourism, bringing new opportunities and investment to our community. From the new racetrack to our new 100,000 square foot sports complex, not to mention hosting 2 of the top 5 concerts in Kentucky, Rock the Country and Healing Appalachia, I am your 24/7 Commissioner working for you every day. Humbly, I ask for your vote on the May 19th primary. Proven results, steady leadership, and continued success.
I'm Jamie Reese, your Boyd County Sheriff, and on May the 19th, I respectfully ask for your vote because protecting your families is not political, it's personal.
Welcome back to MyTown TV's coverage of Spring Valley Timberwolves baseball, fueled by Clark's Pump and Shop and brought to you by Big Sandy Superstores. Head coach Austin Pratt's club looks to continue their winning ways. In their 2 games they've played so far this season, they've scored 5.5 runs per game. Juniors Carson Lovejoy and Jake Varn Arsdale are leading the hit parade with 3 apiece. However, they've also lacked power in their bats with their extra base hits, tagging only 2 doubles coming off the bats of Caden Lovejoy and Gabe Chambers. On the defensive side, however, the Timberwolves have yet to commit an error, and on the mound have only allowed 8 other free runners with 5 walks and 3 batters hit by a pitch. The Timberwolves pitching has allowed 5 runs on 14 hits with 18 strikeouts. So the coaches now are having their pre-game meeting. I can go ahead and start going over the starting lineups. We will have to take a break when the anthem starts. Our streaming service we use will kick us off because, well, we think it's because of copyright issues. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead and at least start the starting lineups. First off, for the Wayne Pioneers, leading off, number 4, Jake Thompson, and he'll be playing shortstop. Batting second, number 16, Gabe Hammond, and he'll be in right field. Batting third at number 28, Riley Brown, and he'll be at third base. And I had said Riley's name earlier in the Wayne segment, I called him Riley Hammond. I meant Riley Brown. He is hitting .272 on the season. Batting cleanup, number 2, first baseman Eli Stanley. Batting 5th, number 5, and playing second base, Chance Adkins. Batting 6th, number 3, the center fielder, Avery Nicely. Batting 7th, number 11, Jackson Hodge, and he'll be behind the dish. At the DH spot is number 30, Tracy Hayton. And batting 9th, number 1, and in left field, Colton Heck. And Jackson Graybill, number 34, will be on the bump. And it looks like we'll wait and kind of see. We'll go ahead and do starting lineups. So I'll go over, PA announcer goes over Wayne. I'll go over Spring Valley. For Spring Valley, leading off will be number 3 and playing right field, Cam Purdue. Batting second, number 5. Batting second, number 5, and playing second, Jack Shoemaker. Batting third, number 11, playing first base, I'll get it out, Jake Van Arsdale. Batting cleanup, number 2, and in left field, Parker Phillips. Batting 5th, number 7, Jonah Harold, and he'll be at the hot corner. Batting 6th, number 10, Braden Stamper, he'll be behind the dish. Batting 7th, number 15, shortstop Gabe Chambers. Batting 8th, number 34, in the DH spot, Cole McChristian. And batting 9th, the center fielder, number 4, Cade Lovejoy. And Gage Roberts, number 1, will get his first start of the season. So we'll go ahead and take one more break while they finish the starting lineups here and do the anthem. We'll be back. You are watching Timberwolves baseball right here on MyTown TV.
Trust is something earned, not given. Better financials lead to a better life. All with the Better Bank, headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love. Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
Hi, this is Clay from Pollock's Jewelers. So much has changed, especially over the last 30 years. Now the latest craze, lab-grown diamonds. As the only certified gemologist appraiser in the tri-state area, happy to help you. Thanks again for all your support and friendship over the years. We'll see you soon.
They say products aren't built to last, and that they just don't make things like they used to. Since 1953, Big Sandy's been serving our customers quality and reliability at a great price. And that's why we're proud to carry Speed Queen, quality washers and dryers built here in America, with commercial-grade metal parts and backed by industry-leading warranties. Get the guaranteed lowest price and fast delivery on all Speed Queen appliances at Big Sandy's Superstore.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most: our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
Buckle up, Be safe, Kentucky. Buckle up and put the phone down.
Pick 6 for $19.99 is the perfect meal for two.
I can't believe we're on a date.
Oh, I'm just here for pick 6.
Imagine what our kids would look like.
I don't want to have kids with you.
6 kids.
6!
Pick 6!
Wait, could we eat here every meal?
Yes.
All right, I'm down. Pick 6 meal for two for $19.99.
Welcome back to MyTown TV's coverage of Spring Valley Timberwolves baseball. Anthem was just done, first pitch thrown out, and I do want to mention first pitch was pitched and caught by 2 of the Spring Valley players who were in that awful house fire a few weeks ago. Pretty cool little thing happening here with those players as they are still recovering from that incident. As Gage Roberts does his warm-ups, again, I'll go over who he will see. For Wayne, starting out, again, it'll be Thompson, Hammond, and Brown, followed by Stanley, Adkins, Nicely, and then Hodge, Hayton, and Heck. I want to thank Conley Wood on production and Evan Atkins on camera as they are here with us, and we are about ready to go. Umpires for tonight's game is Chad Bumgardner and Donnie Playbon. And we are about ready to get going. Again, as I mentioned earlier, this is Roberts' first start of this season. Of course, it is still a young season, and you know all the stats I gave were courtesy of Max Preps. And a lot of times you put those with a grain of salt. I did find out today that Max Preps is updated through Game Changer. Game Changer is really the, I guess you call it the main stat keepers for baseball and softball. I used it when I coached softball in Kentucky, and it was just great. It gave you a lot of stuff. In Kentucky, it uploads directly to the KHSAA scoreboard. I believe it also probably would upload to Max Preps, but here in West Virginia, it uploads to Max Preps, and so that is where I got majority of my stats. And again, anything I keep and anything you hear me say is absolutely unofficial. But we're ready to get started. Jake Thompson comes to the plate. He is batting .182 on the season.
Number 4, Jake Thompson.
And we are ready to get rolling. Roberts looks in for the sign, rocks and fires. Pulls that one just outside of the zone, and this game is underway. Nice night out tonight. A little warmer than it was last night, but not nearly as warm as it was a couple days ago. As Thompson swings through that, looked like a fastball, may have been a change. My vantage point, it's a little difficult to see downward movement that a lot of changeups have. 1 ball, 1 strike on Thompson. There's a curveball. Phillips has it measured and corrals it in for out number 1. So I'll give Thompson a fly out to 7. 1 out of the inning. That'll bring up number 16, the right fielder, Gabe Hammond. He is hitting .333 on the season. Again, he is 3 for 9. As I was looking at Wayne's, there's a curveball that misses up. As I was looking at Wayne's statistics, it seems like the Pioneers have used a lot of players early in the season. Again, there's a weak ground ball to the third baseman, Harold. He'll field, throw on the run, and he'll get the out at first base. Nice play there by Harold. 2 down in the inning. But what I was saying was there's a lot more players Wayne has used earlier in the season than Spring Valley. And that has cut down on the amount of plate appearances for some of these hitters. So some of these statistics may be a bit misleading, as again, Thompson was only 3 for 9. I'm sorry, Howard was only 3 for 9 as that curveball bends into the zone. As Roberts gets ahead early, no balls and a strike. Another breaking pitch. That one missed low. Check to the first base umpire, says no swing. The count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch is right down Broadway, as the Cowboy says. For those of you who are Cincinnati Reds fans, opening day starting on Thursday. Another breaking pitch in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I was supposed to do a softball game in Moorhead, Kentucky on Thursday, and I switched out. Mike Miller was supposed to be doing this game, and he agreed to switch with me so that as that pitch misses low, so that I could go to opening day. So I'm looking forward to that. Unfortunately, we'll not be going to the game because I am not going to pay $100 to watch Boston in standing room only tickets. Call me cheap, but I'm just not going to do that. Here's a full count pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Gage Roberts. After a half an inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no men left on, we head to the bottom of the first. You're watching My Town TV.
Life moves fast and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Pick 6 for $19.99 is the perfect meal for 2.
I can't believe we're on a date.
Oh, I'm just here for pick 6.
Imagine what our kids would look like.
I don't want to have kids with you.
6 kids.
6!
Pick 6!
Wait, could we eat here every meal?
Yes.
All right, I'm down. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
Welcome back. We're getting ready to start the bottom of the first inning. Gage Roberts coasted through the top half of that inning pretty well. On the bump for Wayne is Jackson Grayball. Some stats for him. He has pitched, he has a 12.25 ERA. He is 0-1 in 2 appearances. Has 2 strikeouts and 3 walks. Big lefty on the mound. Just from watching him warm up. Has a nice little curveball. He's seen him start off the plate and try and bring it on. Looks like he's going to throw another one. You can track it here. Conley, last time I was at this facility, it was when I was coaching softball for helping coach softball for Boyd County, and it was about 3 or 4 years ago, and we had a girl hit a ball halfway between the sign. I mean, it was halfway up the hill towards the sign. It was an absolute shot. Not the farthest ball I've ever seen hit, though, in softball. That came from Morgan Fern. She hit it almost, she would have cleared this field. So we're getting ready to start. Cam Purdue will lead off Spring Valley's turn at the 8th. It'll be Purdue, Shoemaker, and Van Arsdale. And if anybody gets on, Phillips, then Harold, Stamper, Chambers, McChristian, and Lovejoy. Here's the first pitch from Grayball. And that catches the outside corner for strike 1. Slight breeze blowing from left to right, maybe slightly out towards left center field. That's a big flag out there. It takes a lot of wind to move that. Here's a breaking ball hit to the second baseman, Chance Atkins. He fields, throws to first, and that'll be out number 1. That'll bring up Jack Shoemaker. He is hitting 125 on the season, is the second baseman. Cam Purdue, who just hit into to second base, was hitting 286. So Shoemaker steps in, lefty on lefty. And Graybill begins his windup, shows bunt. Here's a bunt. Graybill fields, turns, throws with his left hand, and 2 quick outs for Graybill. And that'll bring up the third hitter, number 11, first baseman, Jake Van Arsdale. He's hitting .429 on the season. Pitch is hit hard into the dirt to the third baseman, and Brown is unable to field it. Big turn at first base has Van Arsdale, but he will retreat back. It'll have to be an error on Riley Brown. But that's first base runner of the game. That'll bring up number 2, the cleanup hitter and left fielder, Parker Phillips. He's hitting 200 on the season. Again, this is only the 3rd game for Spring Valley. I usually don't put a whole lot of emphasis on stats till you get about 10, 11 games in. Really, when you'll start getting some trends. Graybill misses with that curveball. Looks at Shoemaker at first. Shoemaker takes off, runner goes, the ball is in the dirt, and Shoemaker will end up at second base with the stolen base. So now a runner in scoring position for Parker Phillips. A base hit should score a run, especially with as deep as the outfield is playing. Outfielders are playing, especially left field, it's only about 10, 12 feet from the fence. Center field are a little closer. And Graybill steps off, and everybody will reset. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second base. Here comes the pitch. Fastball up and away. Makes it count 3-0. Graybill does have a base open at first if he so chooses. The number 5 hitter, Jonah Harold, has no average yet on the season. Again, it's young. And Graybill will offer a 4-pitch walk to Parker Phillips.
Coming to the plate for Spring Valley, number 7, Jonah Harold.
That'll bring up number 7, Jonah Harold, the third baseman. He has 6 at-bats. He has driven in 3 RBIs, but does not have an official hit yet on the season. Again, according to runners take off. Here's a breaking ball. Throw down to third, not nearly in time. And so now runners at second and third. A base hit here should score 2. Graybill having an issue finding the plate here in these last few batters. Here's a breaking ball that bends into the zone. Actually, I take that back. That last pitch, the pitch before that, was also a strike. So it's no balls and 2 strikes. I saw the runners go and actually didn't watch the pitch. Here comes the 0-2. Breaking ball low. I don't know if the umpire let him take that again. It was awful close. 1 ball and 2 strikes. May have been a little low. Again, it's hard to judge low from here. Fastball pounded down into the dirt and will roll foul. And everybody will go back and we'll reset. I did have a chance to walk around the field a little bit today. Nice, plush, thick grass. And the typical winter, early spring length, you don't usually want to cut it too short early on. There's a danger of frost and things like that. So probably a little longer than you might see later on in the season. That quick meeting ends between Graybill and Hodge. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2 pitch as Graybill is back into the windup. And now Harold's thought they were taking too much time. He backs out. We start again. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball hit towards a shortstop. Thompson fields, throws to first. Nice stretch out there by Eli Stanley. But that'll do it for Spring Valley. I've got no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on. After 1, Spring Valley and Wayne knotted up at 0-0. We'll be back. This is MyTown TV.
Whoa, hey, fellas. You know the routine. My bad. We got you. Tom?
Now entering Clarks, number 24 from Georgetown, Kentucky, Malachi Marino. Make some noise for number 22, Drayton Hawthorne. You know him, you can't guard him, from Woodford County, number 2, Jasper Johnson.
Return, refresh, fuel. Clarks.
At Big Sandy Superstore, we support factories and workers right here in the USA. We're always looking for American-made brands that are built to last and made to matter. Because American-made means jobs and opportunities in our communities. You'll get big savings on American-made brands when you shop right here and can feel good knowing you're supporting your neighbors, friends, and family. Built here, sold here. Big Sandy Superstore.
Welcome back to MyTown TV's coverage of Spring Valley Timberwolves baseball here on MyTown TV. I'm Nathan River. Gage Roberts is finishing up his warm-up pitches. Had a fairly easy 1-2-3 first inning. Eli Stanley, Chance Adkins, and Avery Nicely will greet him to start the top of the second. If anybody gets on, Jackson Hodge. Starting to cool off out here just a tad. We can feel it coming in through the windows.
Now batting for the Pioneers, number 2, first baseman, Eli Stanley.
So the first baseman, Eli Stanley, will step in. He is hitting .222 on the season. Righty versus lefty in this matchup. Braden Stamper gets himself fixed up with his mask. Looks like he's having a little issue underneath. No, it looks like he's got it. Again, Stanley hitting .222. He is 2 for 9 and swings through that fastball to start in a hole at 0-1. He does have Wayne's sole double on the season. That ball's ripped right up the middle. Hits the glove off of Roberts. He recovers and throws on to first for out number 1. Good play there by Gage Roberts. Ball literally knocked the glove off of his hand.
Now to play for the Pioneers, number 5, second baseman, Chance Adkins.
So that'll bring up Chance Adkins. hitting .200 on the season, is the second baseman. Here comes the first pitch, right down the middle for strike one. There is a rule in baseball, although that right there can happen with the ball knocking the glove off, as Roberts bends that curveball into the zone to get ahead 0-2. You cannot, however, throw your glove at the ball. If it makes contact with it, I believe it's automatic 3 bases. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Must have been up because it was right over the plate. Here comes the 1-2 pitch on Chance Atkins. Breaking ball, fooled Atkins for strike 3. That is the second strikeout of the game for Gage Roberts. And that'll bring up the center fielder, number 3, Avery Nicely. Nicely's hitting .231 on the season. Has 1 hit and 1 RBI. Here's a pitch grounded to the first baseman, Van Arsdale. He'll take it himself. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll be it for Wayne. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no men left on. We head to the bottom of the second. You're watching My Town TV.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most: our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
Hi, this is Clay from Pollock's Jewelers. So much has changed, especially over the last 30 years. Now the latest craze, lab-grown diamonds. As the only certified gemologist appraiser in the tri-state area, happy to help you. Thanks again for all your support and friendship over the years. We'll see you soon.
When you're stressed, you come get a massage, it just melts it away. I started having major muscle spasms, and the pain was so excruciating, I couldn't move my left arm. I was wondering how I was going to support my family. From the get-go, they made me feel important, that I wasn't just another patient. I knew immediately when I woke up after surgery, I was free of pain. My future looked a little brighter.
Inspired neurosurgical care at UK King's Daughters.
Welcome back as Graybill finishes his warm-up pitches. Spring Valley will send up Braden Stamper, Gabe Chambers, and Cole McChristian. Is that Gabe or Gage?
There's both. Gabe Chambers. The pitcher is Gage Roberts.
Okay, so that is Gabe. It is Gabe. I had it right, and then I started panicking.
Yeah, Gabe Chambers, Gage Roberts.
Yeah.
Looks like Babe on to my eyes.
Yeah.
I announced him as Stanley.
It is Staley. We're getting all kinds of Staley. So I apologize to Wayne's Eli Staley. I think on the what was given to me, it looked like Stanley, but it is Eli Staley. So Eli, I apologize for that. If you come back and watch the game a little later, just know that we did eventually get that fixed. We're ready to roll here on the campus of Spring Valley High School as the Timberwolves get their second crack at Jackson Graybill. Braden Stamper steps in, the right-hander, hitting .143 on the season. The ball's hit right up the middle, bounced over the pitcher, and Jake Thompson at shortstop unable to corral the short hop. That'll be an error on shortstop, and that'll put a runner on first base. We have a courtesy runner for the catcher, and that is number 12, Pitts.
Now to play for Spring Valley, shortstop number 15, Gabe Chambers.
What's Pitts' first name? Cody. Cody Pitts. I don't have first names. I just have first initials. So throw over. Try to get Pitts maybe leaning a little bit. He's back safely. Chambers showing bunt. Runner goes. Throw to second. Not in time. Give Pitts a stolen base. I got the official score here over to my left. Did you call that last one a hit, or did you call the one in the first inning a hit? Okay, the first one, the one down third baseline. Okay. I'm fine with that. I can change that to a hit on mine. So, Jake Van Arsdale, you now have a hit. Here's a breaking ball that misses high. Evens count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So, Jackson Grayball from the stretch. Checks Pitts at second base and turns and throws. Nice job by Thompson to keep that from going into center field and allowing Pitts to get another 90 feet.
Courtesy runner at second base for the Timberwolves, number 22, Cody Pitts.
Pitts does have some speed. He stole that base fairly easily. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Shows bunt. Ball is low. And Chambers gets ahead. 2 balls and a strike. No outs in the inning. Runner on second base. No score here in the bottom of the second inning. Here it comes. Breaking ball misses up. Makes it 3 balls and 1 strike. Again, Chambers hitting .400 on the season. He is 2 for 5. That ball is lifted foul and out of play to the right side. Actually, 2 for 7. I've got him with 2 hits and 5 at-bats with 7 plate appearances. I don't know if that math adds up or not. I taught history. It was not a math teacher, so. Full count now on Chambers as he asks for time. Again, runner on second base. With speed, anything into the outfield will likely score the first run of the ball game. Comes a 3-2. Left it up. And that'll be ball 4. So now 2 runners on. Second walk of the game for Graybill. And that'll bring up the DH, Cole McChristiansen. He has had 1 other at-bat and plate appearance in these first 2 games. Umpire needing to do a little bit of groundwork as there was a bat laying out on the playing surface. Now we're ready to play. Graybill in a little bit of trouble. 2 runners on, nobody out. First pitch fouled straight back towards us. And Graybill is out there laughing because somebody in the stands is saying battle of 34s, battle of 34s. 0-1 on McChristian, excuse me. And Graybill will step off and reset. He's still chuckling about something out there. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Runners take off right down the middle, and no throw from the catcher. So give Pitts another stolen base, as well as Chambers. McChristian's probably lucky there wasn't a throw as he was backing out of the box. He's allowed to stay in the box. Once he backs out, if the hitter or the ball hits him, that's interference. I'm sorry, that is not interference. That is obstruction. Pitch misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. Hit to the third baseman who fields, looks home, but will throw to first. And we'll get the out there. But Cole McChristian gets an RBI as Pitts scores, running for Braden Stamper. And Spring Valley has a 1-0 lead. So give McChristian an RBI if you are scoring at home. They'll bring up the number 9 hitter, number 4, Cade Lovejoy, the center fielder. He's hitting .500 on the season, going 3 for 6. He's scored a run, has 1 RBI, and has hit a double in this young season. Got a chance to do both here with a base hit into the outfield. Throw to second, not in time. The Wayne outfield has, at least the left fielder has pulled in quite a bit. Center fielder as well. Now the right fielder is a little further back than he has been playing. First baseman for Wayne in on the grass. Lovejoy steps out and steps back in. Chambers was unable to advance on that ground ball to third. And actually, he'll take off now. Here's a bunt towards the third base side, and he will make it, move the runner to third base. I'm going to call that a hit. That was not an attempt at a sacrifice. He was bunting for a hit there. So give Lovejoy a single.
Right fielder Cam Purdue.
Second hit of the ball game. And that'll turn the lineup over for Cam Purdue. He grounded out to the second baseman his first time up. 1 out here in the inning. Runner takes off for second, pick over, and now we've got a run down. Runner at third still hanging down. Now here we're running towards the runner at third, and the ball gets away from the catcher, and the runner will score. And the umpire is telling the Spring Valley dugout to stay in the dugout, but now score Chambers on the stolen base and give Lovejoy 2 stolen bases. Timberwolves up 2-0. There's a showing bunt. Dropped it down the first baseline, fielded, and out at first base, but the run will score. That is a sacrifice bunt. I love to see it as a former fast-pitch softball guy. Score Lovejoy, and it is now 3-0 Spring Valley.
Now batting for Spring Valley, your second baseman, number 5, Jack Shoemaker.
That'll bring up Jack Shoemaker, the second baseman. He grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. Now 2 outs. And here comes a pitch from Graybill. Ball is lifted high in foul territory. The catcher is unable to catch it. Had to go a long way. That ball ended way over by the front of the Wayne dugout. Almost equidistant between first baseman Eli Stanley and Jackson Hodge. But the net result is Shoemaker is down in the count 0-1 as he gets a pep talk from the Spring Valley head coach. 0-1's a count, nobody on, base is clear after that sacrifice bunt. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball hit into the dirt, fielded by Thompson. He'll throw on the run, not in time. That was a nice play by Thompson to field and throw on the run, but the speedy Shoemaker able to beat it out.
Number 11, Jake Van Arsdale.
That'll bring up Jake Van Arsdale. It's the third hit of the game so far for the Timberwolves. Van Arsdale, again, hitting .429 on the season. He had that rip down the third baseline that I changed from an error to a hit. Pickoff attempt over to first. Graybill comes set. Runner goes, and he's picked off. Throw on to second, and it goes into left field. So give Shoemaker a stolen base. Graybill has picked a couple runners off. Wayne has just not been able to capitalize. Still 2 outs, runner on second. And Graybill steps off. Wants to go through the signs again. Van Arsdale waiting with his bat on his shoulder. And pours plate word. Misses outside with a fastball for ball 1. Spring Valley leads 3-0 on 3 hits. Here's a breaking ball. Swing and a miss. Then Arsdale was wanting to hit that one to the softball field. Came up empty. Evens the count up, a ball and a strike. Again, hitting .429 on the season, actually a little higher now after that single in the first. Here's the 1-1. Change up, lifted to center field. Avery nicely eyes it and hauls it in for out number 3. However, the Spring Valley Timberwolves do dent the plate 3 times. So 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on. Going to the top of the third, it is Spring Valley 3, Wayne 0. We'll be back. This is MyTown TV.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
Welcome back. Spring Valley has jumped out to a 3-0 lead on 3 runs on 2 hits and a couple errors in that last inning. I think the official score gave on that double steal an error on the throw to the plate for that second error. I will defer to him. For Wayne, Jackson Hodge, Tracy Hayton, and Colton Heck. And then if anybody gets on, Wayne will turn the lineup over to Jake Thompson. Although Gage Roberts has been cruising for the most part, 6 up and 6 down so far. Pitches right down Broadway for strike 1. Jackson Hodge, the catcher, is hitting .125 on the season. That breaking pitch bends out of the zone to even the count up at a ball and a strike. Hodge has 1 hit in 8 at-bats. He does have an RBI. Comes the 1-1. Fastball outside. And Hodge gets ahead, 2 balls and a strike. Comes the 2-1, low to make it 3-1. Feel like Roberts may be overthrowing just a tad, falling a little bit off towards the first base side. Comes the 3-1. Straightened it up a little better there and got a foul ball to make it full count. As I mentioned earlier, I have been to the softball field before, but I have not been to this baseball field, and it is a nice facility. I really love seeing that hillside in the background. Here comes the full count pitch. That ball is lifted into the air, into the gap in right center field. The right fielder called it. Who caught it? The center fielder caught it. Cade Lovejoy cuts in front of Cam Purdue to get that out. That one had trouble written all over it. And that'll bring up Trey Hayton. He has no average yet on the season, as that pitch is fouled off to the left, out of play. Is it Trey or Tracy? Trey. For some reason, I wrote Tracy. My apologies again, Trey, as that pitch gets the outside corner for strike 2. Comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That is the 3rd strikeout of the game for Roberts. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Colton Heck.
Number 9 batter for the Pioneers is left fielder number 1, Colton Heck.
Heck has no stats up to this point. He has not appeared in a game until today. So Heck getting his first shot this season. That breaking ball Fool's heck for strike number 1. I believe he's been playing basketball. Basketball season over. Move over to the ball diamond. Another breaking ball, another swing and a miss for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Curveball just misses inside. Started to come in, but did not quite make it to the plate. But Roberts still ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. Comes a 1-2. Fastball right on the inside corner for strike 3 looking. That is the 4th strikeout for Roberts. And we will head to the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. It is Wayne 0, Spring Valley 3. We'll be back. This is My Town TV.
Mom, what's for dinner?
Trust is something earned, not given. Better financials lead to a better life. All with the Better Bank, headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love.
When life throws you a full court press, Ashland Community and Technical College helps you break through. This is your comeback. Get in the game at ashland.kctcs.edu.
Welcome back to the campus of Spring Valley High School, where the Spring Valley Timberwolves had jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the second and look to add on here in the bottom of the third. They will send up Parker Phillips, Jonah Harold, and Braden Stamper. And then if anybody gets on, Gabe Chambers. Graybill gets some glove slaps from his infield, a little bit of a pep talk, and the big left-hander gets ready to climb the mound. Again, Parker Phillips hitting .200. He walked his first time up. Stands in the box and is ready to go. First pitch is lifted to left field. Colton Heck drops back and makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting for Spring Valley, number 7.
And that'll bring up the third baseman, number 7, Jonah Harold. Harold grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. First pitch, curveball, curves in there for a strike as Graybill gets ahead 0-1. Graybills seem to have pitched what some would call backwards. It started out a lot of these Timberwolf pitchers, or hitters, I should say, with curveballs and then coming back with fastballs later on in the count. This 0-1 pitch is another curveball, and that catches the inside corner to get ahead quickly, 0-2. And you know, as a pitcher, that is your bread and butter. You've got to be able to get ahead of hitters and keep them off balance, whether that's pitching fastball. Here's a curveball for swing and a miss for strike number 3. And that is the first strikeout of the game for Graybill. 2 outs of the inning. Some pitchers will throw hard early and then try and get you to chase later on. Graybill seems to be doing a little bit backwards, throwing soft curve stuff, breaking pitches early on, and then trying to come back and paint the black with harder stuff. We'll see what he does here with 2 outs against Stamper. Stamper lifts that one into foul ground. First baseman Stanley goes back and cannot make the play. But Graybill gets ahead 0-1. The ball that came in was being thrown to the pitcher, was offline, rolled all the way to the Spring Valley dugout, and the umpire just said, "Here, take this." Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Another breaking ball, misses on the inside part of the plate. That evens the count at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on. Graybill hoping to replicate his first inning of work where nobody scored. That ball is low and inside. And Braden Stamper gets ahead, 2 balls and a strike. Stamper reached on an error by the third baseman, his first time up. Here comes the 2-1. Curveball, fouled off to the right side, out of play. And that'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Mike Ishmael, an old former minor league player who was my assistant coach when I was a head coach, would say crazy 2s. And here's another foul ball down the third baseline on that breaking pitch. Count remains 2-2. Graybill looks in for the sign, gets it, rocks and fires. Fastball fouled off, and Stamper hanging in there. Again, we wish you all were here, but since you're not, we're glad you're watching My Town TV. We are happy with our relationship here with Spring Valley. As that pitch misses inside. And that makes it 3-1. I'm sorry, 3-2. Thank you, Evan. So Braden Stamper, good at bat here. Worked the count to full after getting behind 0-2. Comes payoff pitch in the dirt for ball 4. That is the second walk of the game issued by Graybill. And that'll bring up the shortstop. Number 15, Gabe Chambers. He's hitting .400 still on the season as he walked his last time up. And I believe that is Cole Pitts, again, courtesy running for the catcher, Braden Stamper. Cody Pitts. What'd I say, Cole? I meant Cody. If I said Cole, I meant Cody. Pitts stole a couple bases when he was on the last time and ended up scoring. So we'll see if the Timberwolves has any action on the base paths. Delayed steal. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Goes into center field. Pitt's unable to move on to third base as Avery nicely was able to come in real quick and back that throw up. So now a runner in scoring position for Chambers. No balls and a strike. Here comes the, oh, nope, he's going to step off. Graybill steps back onto the rubber. There was nobody covering second base when Graybill stepped off. Well, there's a little bit of movement by the second baseman, Adkins. Here's the throw to the plate, an off-speed pitch that stays off the plate. And Chambers gets ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Graybill does have 2 outs in the inning. A strikeout and a fly ball to left. But then followed that up with a walk to Stamper. Here's a pitch on the inside quarter. Actually off the inside corner. Oh, it was on. I thought it was on. I didn't see the umpire put his hand up. 2 balls and a strike to Stamper. No, I'm sorry, to Chambers. Stamper's runner is on second base. Stamper was replaced by Pitts as a courtesy runner. Picked to second, not in time. Crowd's having a good time here at Spring Valley High School. The dugout is too. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Another delay steal. Fastball down. Throw to third. Not in time. Give Pitts his 4th stolen base. Actually, it would be his 5th stolen base of the game. His last time up in the second inning. He stole second, stole third, and then came home. Here's the 3-1. Ball is left up high for ball 4. So that is Chambers' second walk of the ball game, and now we're in the same situation that Graybill was in the second with 2 runners on. And Chambers at first with Pitts at third. The last time in this situation, we had a double steal after the ball was thrown around a little bit. Ball ended up behind the backstop, or to the backstop. Behind the backstop would be off the field. But now we got Cole McChristian, the DH. He had an RBI sac bunt back in the second. Both these 34s are big men. Runner takes off, and that pitch is fouled back up above us and out of play. If I was walking around a rough part of Huntington, I would want both of these boys right on my sides. They can both wear their number 34 uniforms, too. That'd be even more intimidating. Graybill gets ahead 0-1. Chambers takes off from first, a breaking ball, and the catcher, Hodge, really didn't have a chance to throw him out on that with the speed of Chambers and the pitch being a breaking pitch. But it's in there for a strike, and Graybill's ahead 0-2 and can get out of this jam without scoring any runners. Here's the 0-2. Fastball in the dirt, gets past the catcher. Here comes Pitts, and he will score on the pass ball. So Pitts will score, and that makes it 4-0 Spring Valley. One ball, 2 strikes. Chambers moves on to third. Here's the pitch. A breaking pitch Misses just up. Evens count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chambers is really getting a huge lead down there at third base. Third baseman Riley Brown, is not really doing much to keep him close. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will end the inning. However, Spring Valley gets another run. So 1 run on no hits. 1 man left on, and the score is Spring Valley 4, Wayne 0 as we head to the top of the 4th. We'll be right back. You're watching MyTown TV.
It's never been easier to replace your kitchen appliances with the ultimate kitchen bundle at Big Sandy Superstore. What's a kitchen bundle? Choose your fridge, choose your range, dishwasher, and microwave. Pick the finish you love and upgrade individual pieces to fit your needs. Need a French door fridge? Done. Wall oven and cooktop? You got it. When you bundle, you save hundreds. Buy the refrigerator and range, get the dishwasher and microwave free at Big Sandy Superstore.
Whoa, whoa, hey, fellas. You know the routine. My bad. We got you. Tom?
Now entering Clark's number 24 from Georgetown, Kentucky, Malachi Marino. Make some noise for number 22, Brayden Hawthorne. You know him. You can't guard him from Woodford County, number 2, Jasper Johnson.
Return. Fresh. Fuel. Clark's.
We're back as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Wayne has some work to do, try and get back in this as they are down 4 runs here starting the top of the 4th inning. I want to give a shout out to Charles Shoemaker. He's been helping me out trying to keep my stats straight and is also responsible for the music here in the stadium and a very eclectic mix. We've heard everything from, we're hearing Zach Brown Band now. We've heard little Tyler Childers. We've heard Beck. We've heard Weezer. We've heard Green Day. Very nice pick of music. So at the top of the 4th we go. Top of the lineup, Jake Thompson will step in. He flew to the left fielder, Parker Phillips, his first time up, as he gets his second crack at Gage Roberts. And that pitch is upstairs for ball 1. I don't think Gage Roberts liked that call, judging by his reaction. Nonetheless, it's a ball and no strikes. Here's a second pitch, almost the exact same spot and the exact same call. Ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Again, Spring Valley leading 4-0. That looked like a changeup. Is fouled off by Jake Thompson. Didn't quite have the curveball movement I've seen from Roberts. But it wasn't really a fastball either. I assume it was a changeup. Here comes the 2-1. There's the curveball and misses up again to make it 3-1. Just releasing that changeup just a bit too early. Here's the 3-1. Fastball up and in for ball 4. And that is the first base runner of the game for Wayne.
Now batting for Wayne, right fielder number 16, Gabe.
That'll bring up the right fielder, number 16, Gabe Hammond. Again, hitting .333 on the season. He grounded out to the third baseman his first time up. So Thompson at first. And a foul tip into the glove of Stamper. Roberts gets ahead 0-1. Hammond looks down to get a sign from his coach. Here comes a pitch into the dirt. And that'll even the count up at 1-1. No chance for Thompson over at first base to move much. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, no outs. Runner on first. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off out of the play. Runner was off on that. But he'll have to go back. Roberts gets ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes on that fastball. Not a huge lead out there by Thompson. He does go, and that breaking ball is behind the hitter. Throw down to second is caught by the shortstop, who is backing up the second baseman, Shoemaker. But that'll put a runner now in scoring position for the Wayne Pioneers. And that evens the count on Hammond to 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch outside, and the count runs full. And looks like we're going to have a conversation out here on the mound. Well, they discuss strategy, and we may have a pitching change. I'm not sure. We'll go ahead and take a short break. We'll be back. You're watching Spring Valley Timberwolves baseball right here on MyTown TV.
Whoa, hey, fellas. You know the routine. My bad. We got you. Tom?
Now entering Clarks, number 24 from Georgetown, Kentucky, Malachi Marino. Make some noise for number 22, Drayton Hawthorne. You know him, you can't guard him, from Woodford County, number 2, Jasper Johnson.
Return, fresh, fuel. Clarks.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Meeting has broken up and we're ready to resume. Runner on second base. Full count on the hitter, no outs. And here's a 3-2 pitch, grounded to the third baseman, Harold. He falls down. We've got now a play at third. And what is the call? He calls it's out on the tag. So a superfluous play there where the third baseman bobbled the ball. Second baseman, or the runner on second, broke for third. And Harold was able to regain his composure and get the ball to Chambers. Good play by Chambers to go ahead and be moving towards third base to make the out there. Give Hammond a fielder's choice as that ball gets past Stamper, and that'll allow Hammond to move on to second.
Now batting for the Pioneers, number 28, third baseman Riley Brown.
Kind of an odd score there to go 5-6 on a non-force out. Normally you see that on a force play. But now a runner on second as that ball floats inside. And Roberts gets behind, 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0. Catches the outside corner. Counts now 2 balls and 1 strike to the right-hander, Riley Brown. Brown struck out his last time up. Hammond at second. Inches his way off. There's a fastball fouled off out of play to the right side. And that evens the count up at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball fooled Brown for the strikeout. That is
Now at the plate for the Wayne Pioneers, number 2, Eli.
That is Roberts' 4th strikeout of the game. Fifth strikeout, excuse me. And now 2 outs in the inning. Spring Valley tries to get out of this unscathed. That'll bring up Eli Stanley, the first baseman. He grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. He's the one that hit that line drive up the middle that knocked the glove off of Roberts. That ball stays outside, and Stanley gets ahead. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Temperature dropping quickly as that sun moves behind the mountains. 1-1 pitch, curveball. Let go again a little too early. Maybe trying to overthrow that just a bit. A lot of times when you try and throw the curveball too hard, it comes out of your hand early and it doesn't release points everything with a curveball. There's a fastball right down the middle to even the count up at 2-2. Spring Valley scored 3 in the second and 1 in the third. We are in the top of the 4th here. Curveball, little excuse me swing, and Jack Shoemaker with the catch. And that'll do it for the top of the 4th. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Spring Valley still leads 4-0. We'll be back. This is My Town TV.
Ashland Credit Union is proud to offer 10 $1,000 scholarships to empower students taking the next steps on their journey. See website for more details or email scholarships@ashlandcu.org for more information.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for 2.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on Pick 6, my mouth going yap, yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap, flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap, rap. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
Cycling with my wife was a lifestyle for me. The more and more I cycled, the harder and harder it was to get out of chairs. It was restricting everything that I could do. The ultimate result was hip replacements. King's Daughters, they were fantastic. The same day I got home from the hospital, I hopped right on my bike. Knowing that you can get back on your bike and go out and accomplish something that you didn't think you'd be able to, it's just amazing.
Inspired orthopedics care at UK King's Daughters.
Welcome back. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, we have a new pitcher on the mound for Spring Valley. That would be number 5, not for Spring Valley, for Wayne, excuse me. And that would be number 5, Adkins. I don't know if... Let's take a look here. Looks like Adkins has gone from... Atkins was playing second base. He has gone to the mound.
Attention, pitching change for the Pioneers now on the mound. Number 5, Chance Adkins.
So Chance Adkins is at the pitching rubber. I believe Jackson Grayball has moved to first base. Avery Nicely has moved to second. Colton Heck has moved from left to center. Who's in? Oh, Eli Staley moved from first to left. We'll see if we can keep all that straight.
Leading off for your Timberwolves, center fielder number 4, Caden.
Trying to get all these notes finished on my notepad. So a lot of at least infield changes for the Wayne Pioneers. Cade Lovejoy will step in. And misses, or that pitch misses by Adkins, up and away. His last time up, Lovejoy had that kind of a bunt for a hit to the left of the pitcher. Here's a ball right up the middle and through the infield into center field. So give Lovejoy his second hit of the ball game. And that'll turn the lineup over for Cam Purdue.
Right fielder number 3, Cam Purdue.
The leadoff hitter so far is 0 for 1 on the night with a ground out to second in the first and a sacrifice bunt to score a run in the second. Runner goes, and no chance. Give Lovejoy a stolen base. So now another runner in scoring position for the Timberwolves. Here's the 1-0 from Atkins. Just misses hitting Purdue on the inside as he had to spin away from that inside fastball. Purdue gets ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball lifted onto the infield. Riley Brown calls for it and gathers it in for out number 1. That is the first out of the 4th inning. That'll bring up second baseman Jack Shoemaker. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Grounding out to the pitcher is in the first, and a base hit past the shortstop in the second. Picked to second. Not in time. As Thompson holds the tag on Lovejoy till he stands up just in case he steps off the bag. I've seen it happen, folks. Average lead out there for Lovejoy. Now he goes. There's a bunt towards the third base line. Foul. Fielded by the on-deck hitter, Shoemaker. Oh, 1 the count on. Actually, it was fielded by Van Arsdale. Shoemaker's in the box. Shoemaker's down 0-1. Lovejoy at second base. Stays put. Here's a ball pounded into the dirt, and it comes back fair. It started out foul. It came back fair, and that will allow Lovejoy to move on to third. We'll see how the official score scores that. So runners on the corners. The official score gave him a hit, so I will too. That was a tricky play. It was foul most of the way down the line, and then it scooted fair to the detriment down there of Riley Brown. And now there's runners on the corners for Jake Van Arsdale, who is 1 for 2. Had that shot down the third baseline in the first, and the third baseline, excuse me. Runner on first goes, and he hits Jake Van Arsdale. So Jake will take first base, and kudos to him. I know that didn't feel good, and he has not rubbed his back once. Van Arsdale's down at first. Shoemaker is at second. Lovejoy is at third. One out here for the cleanup hitter, Parker Phillips. Here's the pitch. Bends outside, does that fastball. I guess you'd say it cuts outside. And Atkins falls behind in the count. 1 ball and no strikes. Big chance here for the Timberwolves to put another crooked number on the board. Here's the 1-0. Misses the outside black. And Atkins is now down 2 balls and no strikes. Phillips is 0 for 1 today with a walk in the first and a fly out to left field in the third. A fly ball in the outfield should score Lovejoy on a sacrifice fly as that curveball bends in for strike 1. Conversation happening out there with the first baseman and the runner at first. That curveball looked like maybe more of a slider. It was a little bit quicker than maybe his earlier curveballs. Fooled Phillips and evens the count up at 2-2. Ball is hit past the second base or the third baseman and shortstop, kind of in no man's land. That was a tough play. And that'll score a run. And looks like we're back now. 2 balls, no strikes, bases loaded, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Harold. Breaking ball, catches the top of the zone. And that'll even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Or 2-1. It was 2-0, now it's 2-1. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. Now that's strike 2. Van Arsdale at first, Shoemaker at second, Purdue at third. And here's a chopper towards the shortstop. He will not be able to field it. He may have had a play on Harold at first had he fielded that cleanly. That'll score.
Pitcher number 10, Braden Stamper.
That'll score Purdue. But I gave Harold an error on that. I feel like shortstop should have made that play had he fielded it cleanly. Here's a first pitch to Stamper. He hits to the second baseman. He'll go on to first for the second out of the ball game. But that'll score another Timberwolves run. Shoemaker crosses the plate. Now 2 outs in the inning. Van Arsdale's at third. Phillips is at second. Actually, it is Phillips at third and Harold at second. And that'll bring up Gabe Chambers. He has walked twice in this game. Spring Valley now leads 7-0. Here's a pitch. A little bit inside. Here's the 1-0. Fastball ripped into center field. That's going into the gap, and it will get down. Nice try out there by the center fielder. Unable to make the catch. That'll score 2 more. That was Heck out there with a, yes, I'm going to do it, a heck of a try. But unable to come up with that. He went a long way to get to that ball. But give Gabe Chambers a single to center. He takes off for second, and that ball's ripped down to third baseline. Fair ball. Here comes Chambers. He will round third. He's going to score. He probably would have anyway. Her throw is coming to the plate, not in time. And Cole McChristian hits a double.
That's a double for number 6, Abe Knoll.
Number 6, that was not McChristian.
Now batting for Spring Valley, number 4, Cade Lovejoy.
Number 6, I don't have number 6. Who was that? Abe Knoll. Abe Knoll. So he pinched hit for Cole McChristian. And, of course, we're not told that. And we didn't know that till we saw the number. Here's the pitch. So a double for Knoll. Plates 2 more runs. Now Spring Valley leads 10-0. Knoll out there on second. Here's the 1-0. That is fouled off to the left and out of play. Give Knoll 2 RBIs. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball lifted into center field. Here comes Heck, and he will make the catch for out number 3. But a lot of damage done by Spring Valley as they score 6 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. There's 1 error and 1 man left on. After 4, it is Spring Valley 10, Wayne 0. We'll be back for the top of the 5th. You're watching MyTown TV.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
Welcome back as we head to the 5th inning. Spring Valley leads comfortably 10-0 after that 6-run 4th. And Wayne needs to score at least 1 to have this game continue. And they will send up their 5, 6, 7 hitters in Chance Atkins, Avery Nicely, and Jackson Hodge. There've only been 2 base runners so far for Wayne with a walk. And a fielder's choice. As Atkins steps in. Roberts Still on the mound. He'll fire, and that fastball tails inside. And Atkins gets ahead, a ball and no strikes. Atkins struck out his last time up in the second. Here's the 1-0. Ball's ripped down at the first baseline. Nice play down there by Van Arsdale on the one hop. And that's out number one. Oh, that is actually now Parker Phillips. Good play down there by Phillips. Nicely pops this one up. Does Stamper have a chance? He does not. It'll be out of play. There's one other change. Who did you say that was?
Digert.
Colin Digert is in left field. And now a conversation between the pitcher and the looks like we're just changing baseballs. So nicely in there. He grounded out to the first baseman his first time up. That pitch hits to the pitcher, gets past the pitcher, fielded by Shoemaker. He'll throw on to first, and it gets past the first baseman. Tough play, but I think a good throw beats him. So a runner on for Wayne for Jackson Hodge. He flied out to the center fielder, Lovejoy, his first time up. Here's the pitch to Hodge in the dirt. Nice block there by Stamper to not allow nicely to advance to second base. Here's the 0-1. Moves outside. Actually, I think that's 2-0. I don't think the batter swung at the one in the dirt. I'm kind of blocked by the pole here. Here's the 2-0. Catches the outside corner for a strike. Roberts checks the runner, comes set. Here's the pitch. Ball is hammered into the plate and will bounce foul. So that'll even it up at 2-2. Nicely over there on first. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Hodge. Strike three called. And Wayne is down to their final out. 6 strikeouts on the game for Roberts. And that'll bring up number 30, Hayton. Hayton, one of those 6 strikeouts, his first time up. Pitch is low for ball 1. Here's the 0-1. Does not come back. Oh, it does. Catches the outside corner. So Roberts evens the count up at 1-1. 1-1, 2 outs, runner on first. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Hit to the shortstop Chambers. He fields and throws on the run. And that is out number 3. And that will do it. Spring Valley will come away a winner, defeating Wayne by a score of 10-0. We'll be back. This is My Town TV.
Whoa, hey, fellas. You know the routine. My bad. We got you. Tom?
Now entering Clarks, number 24 from Georgetown, Kentucky, Malachi Marino. Make some noise for number 22, Braden Hawthorne. You know him, you can't guard him, from Woodford County, number 2, Jasper Johnson.
Return, refresh, fuel.
Clarks.
Your family deserves nothing but the best.
The sky's the limit. Drew and Jonathan's Modular One sofas and sectionals at Big Sandy. They're fully customizable, oh so comfortable, and affordable. Modular One can be designed precisely to your liking, with multiple available pieces to choose from in 7 great colors, starting at $4.99. Pick what you need, combine, adjust, that's it. Your room, your way.
Shop Drew and Jonathan Home at Big Sandy Superstore.
Ashland Credit Union is proud to offer 10 $1,000 scholarships to empower students taking the next steps on their journey. See website for more details or email scholarships@ashlandcu.org for more information.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for 2.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on Pick 6, my mouth going yap, yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap, flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap, rap. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
I was tired, wasn't getting very good sleep. I was dragging. I think deep down I knew something was wrong. Felt quite a bit of pain in my chest. Next thing you knew, I was doing a heart cath. I absolutely felt better immediately. Right back to work Monday morning with no kind of complications whatsoever. I know a lot about heating and air conditioning, but you guys are the ones that know about hearts.
Inspired Heart Care at UK King's Daughters.
Welcome back to My Town's TV's coverage of Spring Valley Timberwolves baseball, where the Timberwolves have defeated the Wayne Pioneers by a score of 10-0 on the arm of Gage Roberts, who threw a no-hitter. He gave up no runs on no hits, did have 1 walk, and the defense did have 1 error, but he did strike out 6. And so Gage Roberts with a no-hitter, his first time out this season. So congratulations to that young man. Wayne gave up 10 runs on 8 hits. Had 1, 2, by my count, 3 errors, which did not help their cause, especially in that 6-run 4th inning where Spring Valley really was able to put it away. I think that's going to do it for us. Again, for Conley Wood on production, Evan Atkins on camera, and I'm going to give a shout out over here to Charlie Shoemaker, the PA announcer and the music guy, and also does the stats for helping us out. I'm Nathan River, and this is My Town TV.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
Mom, what's for dinner?
I'm Jamie Reese, your Boyd County Sheriff, and on May the 19th, I respectfully ask for your vote because protecting your families is not political, it's personal.
I'm David Salisbury, your current District 1 County Commissioner, and I ask for your support in the May 19th primary. Our physical court has driven economic growth through tourism, bringing new opportunities and investment to our community. From the new racetrack to our new 100,000 square foot sports complex, not to mention hosting 2 of the top 5 concerts in Kentucky, Rock the Country and Healing Appalachia. I am your 24/7 commissioner working for you every day. Humbly, I ask for your vote on the May 19th primary. Proven results, steady leadership, and continued success.
Hi, this is Clay from Pollock's Jewelers. So much has changed, especially over the last 30 years. Now the latest craze, lab-grown diamonds. As the only certified gemologist appraiser in the tri-state area, happy to help you. Thanks again for all your support and friendship over the years. We'll see you soon.
Life moves fast and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Long live